I stand here in a Land Cruiserless garage. It's been a very busy week this week, so short video. We're going to be taking a look at winter hill climbing, and I'll be using the Knik Lake and some of my failings going up that hill there as an example. Let's get into it. This is Ben. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to Alaska. One thing to consider when you're going out to Knik are the weather conditions, so you want to check the weather conditions of the week before and the day of. In January 2024, the first clip I'm going to show you, the conditions that day were about 0 degrees. The previous week was around the same. It was icy with no recent snow, so it's pretty slippery. And on my rig, I had stock 410 gearing with the 5-speed 100 series transmission, 34-inch Falcon AT3W tires, and since it was slippery, I aired down to 12 psi. That was the sketchiest time I've had getting up that hill. I was accidentally in high gear for the first two. I was bouncing around on the lake and forgot that I should have put it back in low gear. Typically, low gear is the way to go for that hill. I maybe could have selected a higher gear going up the hill. I've gone up in the past in 4th gear. Maybe I could have tried 3rd gear. If you notice, the line that had more turning had better traction. Typically, I prefer the line that goes straight up because the more turning you have to do on a hill, the worse off you usually are. But that day, that line had just more traction. It had more compacted snow. The straight shot just had so much ice on it that it was difficult to get up. And I'm pretty sure I put it in low for that second run, if I recall correctly. And if you do have lockers, I obviously don't have lockers here in this video, just make sure that you can use them. If you're using some turning, maybe don't turn on your front locker, obviously. And that last point, I forgot to put it in neutral when I was sliding down backwards. If you can remember, put it in neutral when you're sliding down a hill backwards. Better on the transmission, it's just easier on everything, and then you won't have to turn your car off and turn it back on when you get to the bottom. So looking at the second case here, we have March of 2024. It was about 10 degrees that day. Previous week was about the same. There was a big thaw a couple weeks prior, so not all of the ice was great. And there was some recent snow, which means good traction. My rig I had upgraded. I had re-geared to 488s, again with the 5-speed transmission, with the 34-inch same tire, Falcon AT3W. And this time I aired down to 18 psi since the conditions were a little bit more ideal that day. Only one attempt needed for this day to get up, and I was in 2nd gear low range. Front and rear locked. I took the straight line, had a lot of compacted snow on it, so I didn't need to turn, so I turned the front locker on. This was my first time using both of the lockers, and it was great. Honestly, the only thing I would change is I probably could have gone a little bit slower. In general, a good rule of thumb is to get over the obstacle as slow as you can while still making it over the obstacle, as speed tends to break things sometimes. That wraps it up, guys. I've been pretty busy lately, but this summer we've got a lot of plans, and we'll get some more videos coming at you. Thanks.